Hey, thanks for choosing Realtor Solutions Enhancement Division to help you with your landscape enhancement project. We have a full landscape design installation team that can come out. We can take an outdoor space. It'd be new construction, it'd be renovated construction. It can be a project that you're just looking to add a few things to. And we can send out a designer, and our design staff, they can sit down with you and go over a few things and get some ideas of what you have and what the issues are, what the problems are, and then they will come up with a solution and a game plan to create or to fix or to take care of that issue or problem that you have. And so one of the things that we provide in that landscape installation services is that consultation service. To be able to come out and consult with you and to go over it and to give you professional opinions on what needs to be done or how it needs to be done. We can also do a layout of the property and a layout of the design for you. Inside of that particular service item, there are different items along that line. So first of all, we design a plan. It's kind of like building a house. You decide one day you want to build a house. You don't go out and pour a concrete slab and then start putting walls up. You actually kind of have to know where things are going to go, how big the bedrooms need to be. And it's kind of the same with a landscape plan. We like to know exactly where stuff is going to go, what future expansion there's going to be, all of those things. And so we like to put a plan together, even if it's as simple as a sketch or a 3D drawing, or it could be a full-scale landscape plan. That way the customer knows exactly, and we, the installer, knows exactly where things are going to go and how it needs to be done and those sort of things. So that's part of that. Inside of that, we can do a wide range of services. They are very open in those services. For an example, we can do the irrigation. We can design the irrigation system and then we can install it. Installing the irrigation system, we have this concept that we want to do head-to-head coverage. So we're going to make sure from head 1 to head 2 that there's enough water flow and enough coverage so that those heads actually reach each other. Some contractors will put a head one spot and a head 50 feet away, and then they barely touch each other, and that doesn't result in a good coverage on the turf grass over a long period of time. We also look at the situation of what the water pressure is, how many heads we can put on a zone, what size pipes we have. We also install backflows for some of our locations, and then we also install check valves to make sure we don't have any water seeping back into your home or into your water source, so that way we don't have to worry about the contamination issues there. And so our irrigation department, they can also install Wi-Fi controllers. Some folks are wanting to move into the technological age with some of their home components, and so we can do Wi-Fi controllers where you can control it on your iPad or your phone or whatever device. Another area that we also do a lot of work in is hardscapes. Hardscapes can include sidewalks, driveways, patios, pavers, retaining walls, all of those things. And so our landscape staff are working diligently to learn that and to understand all the inner workings of that process. And they've become very good at installing that product. We've done some travertine before. We've done almost all kinds of Belgar, paved stone, as well as Allen block material. And so we have a group that can come out, they'll dig down, they'll do the whole process. We build a base for the pavers, and then we put sand in there, and then we'll actually lay the pavers, and then we'll tamp it and go through that process to make sure that if we're doing something, we don't want it 2 or 3 years from now to wash out or to be repaired or whatever. We want to make sure that what we've put in is adequate. Same with the retaining walls. We pull the engineered specifications for the retaining walls. We dig down and build a footer, and then we start stacking the block on the footer. Most of our blocks are open blocks, so we fill them with gravel, and then we put drains behind it and also geotextile material where requested or needed. And so that material, that way we have an adequate wall. If you've ever seen a wall fall, it's not a nice thing, especially if there's a road above it or something behind it. But as much rain as we have, different times of the year, you can get hydrostatic pressure and it'll push a wall over, so we want to make sure that we have all that taken care of. One of the other things that we do in our landscape division is obviously we put in softscapes. Softscapes are shrubbery, it's grass, it's pine straw, it's mulch. And so we have a team of people that actually will come in, take our design, and then they will actually build that design. That design will include whatever plant material that's been spec'd. We have a full team in our office. They actually are the procurement, and so they'll go out and they'll procure those items from our vendors and get those in, and then that way when we get to your home we have disease-free plant, insect-free plant that is in good shape and good health, and we use that in your landscape to create that beautiful landscape that you need. And so that team of people, they'll come in and prepare the soil, prepare the ground, get it graded off properly. They're also going to be looking for drainage issues. Do we have water that's going to be running to a house and we need to make modifications to that, or do we have this or that or the other? And so that team is going to be looking for those things and then put those things in. One of the other services that we provide in that is we provide drainage services. So nowadays in the Middle Georgia area, they're building houses right next to each other. And so when you build houses right next to each other and they're so close, there's going to be a drainage issue. Because everybody's house, they take a flat field and they build everybody's house. And then when they build everybody's house, they raise some houses and they lower some houses. And so what winds up happening is you get this little bit of a contour difference in the houses. But in the spaces between them, we wind up getting downspout water, rainwater, and it puddles. And so we have come to the conclusion, and we work with a lot of clients who have those issues. And so we can come in and trench in and put in drain tile and piping and drain catch basins and all of that to help with those soggy, wet areas in that process. Each one of those systems are designed totally different in comparison to the next. One neighbor might have one, another neighbor might have another, and they're two different ideas, two different concepts, but the same components a lot of times. And then a couple of other services that we provide low voltage lighting services. So most people spend a good bit of money on their home. It's the #1 investment for most people to have a home and to have the look of the home. And one of the things that we do is we want you to enjoy that home at night as well. And so we can add low voltage lights on the front of the home. Up lighting is what we call it, and put that low voltage light along the front of the house and let it shine up on the house. We can do what's called down lighting, where we climb up into a tree and we put lights into a tree so that it gives a down look. We can also do lights around pools or driveways. You can use low voltage lighting anywhere to accent entranceways, to accent different places on the property, to provide lighting, or just for security overall as well. And so we can do multiple things with our low voltage lighting. You can do Wi-Fi controllers so that it can be controlled again via your phone or your tablet. We've got some really cool technology out there. If you like to change the colors throughout the year, you can actually go out and change the different colors of the whole landscape. We have some new technology out there where we can actually go out and change each individual light bulb. So you can have a blue light bulb and a red one and a green one, or whatever the colors that you want in that. And so low voltage lighting has grown in the abilities that we have with it today. And so there's a number of things that we can do to enhance your outdoor lighting, your outdoor look. We can do around outdoor spaces that you're going to have parties or events with bistro lights, different things like that. And then the last thing that we provide in our landscape and installation services is we also do Christmas lights. So if you enjoy Christmas lights but you don't want to get on the roof, or you don't want to get out on the front of the house, we provide that service as well. So even early in the year, we tell people, you can never be too prepared for Christmas. And so go ahead and get your ideas, get your pricing in, get locked in, so that you can make sure that if you're interested in that service, that we can get it done for you so you can enjoy it throughout the Christmas season. But we come in and we bring in professional lights. We don't go and buy these at Lowe's. These aren't, dollar store brand lights, but we come in and we buy professional lights. They're all LEDs, and so we use them around the ridges and the valleys, the ridges and the fascias of the house. We put them on the shrubbery. You can do garland on the doors. We can also put a wreath on the front of the house. And so all those things, again, go back to enhancing your number one asset that you have in your possession. And so we look forward to meeting you. We look forward to coming out and talking to you about these services. And if you have any questions while we're out on the property, be more than happy to ask those questions. We're more than happy to answer anything that we can help you with. And we look forward to seeing you soon in the future.